Sundays are the beginnings of the week. Because we are in a sector in the world right now. I call it a sector because time after time, things changes in the world. And because we are in the sector in the world right now where we worship on Sundays, we tend to forget that the week actually began or it begins on Sunday. The Bible said when you read the book of Matthew, it said, and as Mary and the other women were going to the sepulchre, as it began the first day of the week, which was on a Sunday, because Sabbath, they don't do anything on Sabbath days. So Sunday is actually the first day of the week. And so the way you appropriate your Sunday will determine how your week would go. And so I speak to you, child of God, that your Sunday today will begin to litigate and begin to expound the gates that God has already opened concerning you. The Sunday today will be an expansion of the gates that God has already opened unto you. Now, if those gates were gates that you have not even seen before, today, Sunday, will help your eyes to see and to begin to open that gate. I tell you the truth, and I lie not, child of God. There's no one person under this place that is hearing the sound of my voice even now that would not experience open gates. It has to do with you. And so I speak to you again one more time that the gates are open. The gates, they 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 are open. They are visible. You will go through. It is not a time for you to miss your season. No, there is even no one that is hearing the sound of my voice that is permitted to miss this season. No, you can't afford to miss it. It's like a mother that slaps the child and says, wake up. And so I know that everyone that is hearing the sound of my voice even this morning has been given the ability to go through the gates. Receive that ability. Walk through the gates. Experience the activities that happen when you go through the gates. One of the things I'm going to teach before the year comes to an end. There are things that you will see. There are things that you will experience even as you go through the gates. And I speak to you that you will experience them exactly the way the Lord has orchestrated them. It will not be by your own understanding. It will not be by your own mind. But you will experience that which that God has laid along this path. Because immediately you go through that gate, there is a path that it takes you into. There are activities that happen in that same place. And so you will experience them. You will not be confused. No, you are not permitted to be confused. No, you are also not permitted to be abased. No, you are not permitted to cry. No, the gates that are open unto you, they are for rejoicing. The gates that are open unto you, they are for rejoicing. They are pleasant. They are to increase you. They are to expand you. They are to bring you into the purpose, that which that God has done, and that which that He has already done from the foundations of the earth. They are to expose you to the reality of the things that God has done. And so your steps are completely ordered. Your steps are ordered. Your steps are ordered. It is not in this season you will say, I lost money. You are not permitted to lose money. You are permitted to add. You are permitted to add. It is not in the season you will do things anyhow. It is not in the season you will quarrel. It is not in the season. No, you are permitted. You are permitted for additions. Your spirit, your mind, your soul, your body is walking exactly the way God has said you should go. So you will not be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You will not enter into the wrong vehicle. You will not be in the wrong street. You will not be in the wrong place. You are not permitted. It is not possible. You are not permitted to experience evil in this season. Everything that has to do with you in this season is that you will go through the gates. These gates are pleasant gates. These gates, when you go through them, you will begin to experience pleasant things, things that God has created before now. They will begin to happen to you. And so, 1, 2, and 3. Walk in this reality. God bless you.